Material for the niche history. They say that in a northern forest where even hunters rarely venture, there is a path that does not appear on the map. It only appears at dusk, narrow, strewn with pine needles, as if trampled by someone's footsteps. People claim that the path does not just lead deep into the forest, but to another place. Four friends, Lena, Kostya, Artem, and Ira, decided to spend the weekend camping. They wanted romance, a campfire, a guitar, stories at night. During the day, they laughed, picked mushrooms, and teased each other. Towards evening, Lena noticed a path right next to their campsite that hadn't been there in the morning. It looked strange, too smooth, as if the forest itself had cut it. "Maybe we should check it out," suggested Artem, who was always up for an adventure. "No way," said Ira. "You don't walk along unfamiliar paths at dusk." But Kostya, fueled by courage and a desire to impress, decided to see what was there anyway. The others reluctantly followed him. The further they went, the quieter the forest became. First, the bird song disappeared. Then the wind stopped rustling. Even their own footsteps sounded muffled, as if the ground were not real, but covered with something soft. "Guys, don't you think we've been walking for too long?" Lena asked. They looked back and saw only darkness. There was no trail behind them. "Okay, let's keep going. It'll lead us somewhere," Kostya said, although his voice trembled. Suddenly, they noticed trees along the path with strange symbols carved in their bark. They resembled human figures, but were elongated and faceless. "Is someone playing a joke?" Ira smiled nervously, but her laughter quickly faded. After a while, a faint light appeared ahead. It was an old hut, blackened by time, with a low roof. The door was ajar. Inside, it was empty. There was only a table covered with a thick layer of dust and a child's doll sitting right in the middle. The doll had glass eyes, and it seemed as if it was looking at each of them in turn. Artem took a flashlight and noticed a circle of salt around the doll. No one dared to break it. Then Lena suddenly noticed words scratched on the wall. "There is no turning back." At that moment, the door behind them slammed shut. The lantern flickered. Someone passed by in the darkness. Definitely, there were footsteps, but not human ones. Too fast, too light. "Who's there?" Kostya shouted. Silence was the only response. When they came out of the hut again, the path had changed. The trees stood closer together as if they were moving. The marks on the bark were now fresh, as if they had been carved just now. Ira cried, "We're not getting out of here!" Suddenly, a silhouette appeared out of the darkness ahead. Tall, thin, taller than any tree. Its face was hidden by a hood, but its arms were too long, reaching down to the ground. The creature slowly tilted its head to one side, and there was a crackling sound in the forest, as if bones were being broken. The friends rushed to run away, but the faster they ran, the more they realized that they were running in circles. The hut was in front of them again, and inside were the same dolls. Only now, there were 4 of them, and Each one sat on a chair, looking like Lena, Kostya, Artem, and Ira. The doll that resembled Lena suddenly jerked its head. Its glass eye slowly rolled upward. Ira screamed, and at that moment, all the flashlights went out. Pitch darkness fell. The last thing the kids heard was children's laughter coming from all sides at once. The next morning, tourists passing by found 4 backpacks and an extinguished campfire by the trail. There were no tents or people nearby. Only fresh silhouettes carved into the trees. 4 faceless human figures.